There's something I've been noticing for years in my clinic, and it's time to say it out loud. Many older adults are eating fruits every single day, believing they're making healthy choices, while those very fruits are silently contributing to the leg fatigue, joint stiffness, and balance issues they can't explain. I'm Dr. Caroline Brooks, a geriatric physician and nutrition specialist. And today I want to have an honest, science-based conversation about something most health channels never address. Not all fruits are appropriate for every age. After 60, your metabolism changes, your blood vessels become more sensitive, your insulin regulation slows, and foods your body handled effortlessly at 35 may now be quietly working against you. Certain popular fruits, ones you've been told for decades are healthy, can trigger blood sugar spikes, fuel joint inflammation, and impair the circulation your leg muscles depend on. The good news? Once you know which fruits to reconsider and which ones to embrace, the difference in how your legs feel can be significant, sometimes within just a few weeks. Stay with me until the end, because I'm also going to share 5 fruits that actively protect your legs, reduce inflammation, and support the strength and independence you deserve. Let me explain why this matters more after 60 than at any other time in your life. As we age, several things happen simultaneously that change how our bodies respond to sugar. Insulin sensitivity declines, meaning the same amount of sugar triggers a stronger insulin response and more systemic inflammation than it did decades ago. Blood vessel walls become stiffer and less responsive. The small capillaries that deliver oxygen to your leg muscles narrow, and the kidneys become slightly less efficient at clearing uric acid, the compound that accumulates in joints and causes the burning, swelling pain that so many seniors experience in their knees, ankles, and feet. All of this means that high glycemic fruits, those that release sugar quickly into the bloodstream, carry a real and underappreciated risk for people over 60. The Harvard School of Public Health and the NIH have both highlighted that repeated blood sugar spikes in older adults directly impair muscle protein synthesis, accelerating the muscle loss already driven by aging. These aren't rare or exotic concerns. They show up in everyday patients living everyday lives. Fruit number 1. Watermelon. Watermelon is almost universally seen as light, hydrating, and harmless. The reality is more nuanced for older adults. Watermelon has one of the highest glycemic indexes of any common fruit, approximately 72 to 76 on the GI scale. That means it sends blood sugar rising sharply and quickly, triggering an outsized insulin response. In a body where insulin regulation is already less precise, that spike contributes to inflammation, particularly in the joints and small blood vessels of the lower limbs. The other trap is portion size. Because watermelon is mostly water and tastes refreshing, it's easy to eat 2 or 3 large slices without thinking. Each slice multiplies the glycemic load. Better alternative? Tart cherries or pomegranate, which improve circulation and keep blood sugar steady. Fruit number 2. Mango. Mango is beloved, sweet, tropical, and genuinely packed with vitamins. But for seniors managing blood sugar or joint pain, it warrants real caution. Mangoes rank around 60 on the glycemic index and contain a concentrated load of natural fructose per serving. Repeated insulin spikes from fructose impair how your muscle cells absorb glucose. Over time, this blunts the muscle's ability to access fuel during movement, contributing to the fatigue and weakness so many seniors feel in their legs. Mangoes are also easy to overeat because their sweetness is so satisfying, making portion control difficult in practice. Better alternative: a small serving of papaya or a handful of berries delivers tropical sweetness with a far gentler blood sugar curve. Fruit number 3. Pineapple. This one surprises most people. Pineapple contains bromelain, an enzyme with genuine anti-inflammatory properties. So how can it be on this list? The issue is context. While bromelain offers benefits, pineapple simultaneously delivers a significant load of natural sugars and citric acid. For older adults with already sensitive joint tissues, that acidity can irritate the joint lining, particularly in ankles, hips, and knees already dealing with low-grade inflammation. Research also notes that bromelain can interact with blood thinners and certain common medications in older adults, making uncontrolled intake genuinely risky. The take-home message? Pineapple isn't toxic, but for seniors managing joint pain, inflammation, or who take blood-thinning medications, it's worth consuming sparingly and never on an empty stomach. Fruit number 4. Bananas, overripe. Bananas are one of the most popular fruits in America, and for many seniors, they feel like a nutritional staple. Potassium, energy, easy to eat. What's not to like? Here's the important nuance. Ripeness dramatically changes a banana's glycemic impact. A slightly green or just ripe banana has a GI around 42 to 51. A fully ripe or overripe banana, soft, yellow, and sweet, can reach a GI of 62 or higher. The natural starches convert to simple sugars as the banana ripens, and that changes how quickly blood sugar rises after eating. For seniors with early insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome, or heart conditions that already cause fluid retention, ripe bananas eaten regularly can contribute to swelling, joint stiffness, and the leg heaviness many patients describe as feeling like they're wading through water. Better alternative: choose slightly underripe bananas in modest portions, or opt for apples and pears, which deliver similar potassium with a more favorable glycemic profile. Fruit number 5. Grapes. Grapes are small, easy to snack on, and carry a heart-healthy reputation. The hidden concern is how effortlessly they're overeaten, and what that means for uric acid levels. Grapes contain fructose, which the liver processes differently than glucose. When consumed in excess, fructose elevates uric acid in the bloodstream. Elevated uric acid deposits in joints, particularly the toes, ankles, and knees, triggering the sharp, burning joint pain known as gout. Even without a formal gout diagnosis, elevated uric acid causes chronic, low-level joint irritation that makes walking uncomfortable and stiffness after rest much worse. A small cluster of grapes occasionally is fine, but a bowl of grapes while watching television? That's where the trouble quietly starts. Better alternative: tart cherries, which have a GI of approximately 22 and have been shown to lower uric acid levels. Fruit number 6. Green apples, eaten before bed. Green apples are often viewed as the safe choice. Lower sugar than red apples, crisp and clean. And during the day, a green apple with nut butter is a reasonable snack for most seniors. The problem I see most often in my clinic is timing. Many older adults eat a green apple right before bed as a light snack. The malic acid in green apples, what gives them their tartness, can irritate sensitive joint tissue when it enters the bloodstream at night, when inflammation processes are already more active. Combined with the natural sugars causing a small nocturnal blood sugar fluctuation, this timing can contribute to the nighttime leg cramps and morning stiffness that so many seniors accept as inevitable. Simple fix: if you enjoy green apples, eat them at lunch, not in the evening, and always with a protein or fat to slow sugar absorption. Fruit number 7. Dried fruits, raisins, dates, and dried mango. Dried fruits are perhaps the most overlooked sugar threat in the senior diet. Because they look small and harmless, portion awareness almost completely disappears. When fruit is dehydrated, its water content is removed, but its sugar stays behind, now concentrated into a much smaller, more calorie-dense package. A small box of raisins contains the sugar equivalent of nearly 2 cups of fresh grapes. For a senior's metabolism and joint health, that concentrated fructose load is genuinely problematic. Many patients tell me they snack on dried fruit because they thought it was better than candy. In terms of blood sugar impact, the difference is often smaller than they realize. Better alternative: choose fresh fruit whenever possible. If you need a shelf-stable option, unsweetened freeze-dried berries are a far better choice. Now for the encouraging part, because this is not about restriction. It's about making smarter choices that your body, specifically your aging body, will genuinely respond to. Berries: blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries. The gold standard for senior fruit nutrition. low glycemic index, high in anthocyanins and polyphenols that directly reduce inflammation, protect muscle cells from oxidative damage, and support cardiovascular health. Harvard Medical School researchers have consistently highlighted berries as among the most anti-inflammatory foods available. A generous handful daily, fresh or frozen, is one of the highest value dietary habits any person over 60 can build. Tart cherries. Rich in anthocyanins that reduce uric acid, ease joint inflammation, and support post-activity muscle recovery. Research shows tart cherries also improve sleep quality through their natural melatonin content, and better sleep directly supports muscle repair. A small bowl or 6 to 8 ounces of unsweetened tart cherry juice in the evening is an excellent choice. Avocado. Technically a fruit and one of the most joint-friendly options available. Rich in monounsaturated fats that reduce systemic inflammation, potassium that prevents cramps, and vitamin E that protects muscle cells. Half an avocado daily, on toast, with eggs, or as guacamole with raw vegetables, is a powerful habit for leg and joint health. Pomegranate. Pomegranate contains potent compounds that protect blood vessel walls and improve endothelial function, the health of the inner lining of your arteries that governs blood flow to your legs. Research shows pomegranate supports nitric oxide activity, improving circulation in older adults with stiff or narrowing vessels. Pears. Gentle, fiber-rich, and low glycemic. Pears deliver steady energy without blood sugar spikes, support digestive health, and provide antioxidants without the fructose burden of higher sugar fruits. Paired with a handful of walnuts or a slice of cheese, they make an ideal afternoon snack for seniors. Here's a simple senior-friendly daily fruit framework. Morning, 1/2 cup fresh blueberries or strawberries stirred into plain Greek yogurt. Midday snack, half an avocado on whole grain crackers or a pear with almond butter. Afternoon, a small bowl of tart cherries or 6 ounces unsweetened tart cherry juice. Evening, a few pomegranate seeds over a green salad or a small serving of freeze-dried berries. Notice what's not on this list: large fruit smoothies loaded with mango and banana, dried fruit trail mixes, or fruit juice from a carton. These are the most common sources of hidden fruit sugar in the American senior diet, and swapping them out is often the single fastest change my patients can make. Let me leave you with the 3 most common fruit-related mistakes I see in patients over 60. Drinking fruit juice instead of eating whole fruit. Juice removes the fiber that slows sugar absorption, leaving only concentrated sugar delivered directly into your bloodstream. Even 100% orange juice spikes blood sugar faster than a candy bar for many seniors. Believing natural sugar can't be harmful. Your body's insulin response does not distinguish between natural fructose and processed sugar. The source matters far less than the quantity and speed of delivery. Eating high GI fruit alone as a snack. Always pair fruit with a protein or fat, nuts, cheese, yogurt, or avocado. This dramatically slows sugar absorption and protects your joints and muscles from the inflammatory cascade that follows an unmodified sugar spike. Your independence. Your ability to walk freely, climb stairs, play with grandchildren, and move through each day with confidence is worth protecting. And it starts with the choices you make at the grocery store and at your kitchen table. The fruits I've discussed today aren't poisons. Most of them have real nutritional value. But after 60, the right fruit at the right time in the right amount makes all the difference between a diet that supports your strength and one that quietly undermines it. Before making significant dietary changes, please speak with your doctor, especially if you're managing diabetes, kidney disease, gout, or cardiovascular conditions. This video is educational guidance, not personalized medical advice. Now, which of these fruits surprised you most? Tell me in the comments. I read every one. If this helped you today, please share it with someone you care about. Give it a like. Take good care of yourself. Your legs are worth it.